Madden Football is the home of Super Bowl 57, and this historic matchup is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Bengals and the Eagles. All that and more coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. We count down to kickoff in what should be an epic one here, as it'll be the AFC champions Cincinnati Bengals taking on the NFC champions, the Philadelphia Eagles.
Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis and CD, the Bengals. Well, they're officially no fluke. Champions of the AFC for a second consecutive year.
And how about the Cincinnati Bengals franchise? Before last year, they did not won a playoff game since January of 1991. They are now 0-3 in Super Bowls with the loss last year to the Rams. 2 previously to Joe Montana 49ers in the 1980s, looking to get their first championship in this one.
Meanwhile, it took until Super Bowl 52 for the Eagles to lift the Lombardi Trophy for the first time, and not too many players are left from that squad 5 years ago, but this new group is looking to write a new chapter of Eagles lore.
Yeah, we certainly all remember that performance in the win over New England. Nick Foles throwing for 373 yards, catching the Philly special that will go down as one of the most iconic play calls in Super Bowl history. Now they're back and looking to make it 2 titles in 6 years.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They're passing here. Joe Burrow toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Normally, he's pretty reliable. Usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Now it's Burrow. And that is incomplete.
Everyone rolls into the Super Bowl saying, hey, I'm confident. I'll just do what I did before. But let's face it, you got to be wary of the jitters going into a big game like this. Super Bowl's unlike any other game you're going to play.
And now he's starting out 0 for 2. We'll see if he can rebound. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Here's Smith to return it. A very nice job on the run back there. They'll get 23 yards all told. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. They begin on the ground with Kamara. And he's going to be stopped here on this first play as he gets it to the line of scrimmage and no more. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Again, it's Kamara.
And not much room to speak of. They'll get about 3 up to the 41. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Here's Hurts to throw.
That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And they get him down about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 3rd down pickup of 5. Still leaves him with 4th and short. Any chance you go for it?
It's definitely in the back of my mind. In fact, I've discussed it with my staff all week long, different situations that I may want to go for it. Where's the ball in the field? Do I have confidence in my trigger guy? What am I going to do? I'm also talking about my analytics department. What are the odds? If I don't get it, what's it going to do to me the rest of the game? Personally, I end up taking all that, putting it in my head, and making a decision. And you know me, I'm probably going to go for it.
Wow, you want to make an opening drive statement.
Yes, I do. Once I have the ball and I've got it on the move, I don't want to just give up that easily.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This Super Bowl, of course, just a huge one for this head coach. The first time he's walked the sidelines in a game of this magnitude. And I might normally ask the cliche, what's going through his mind right now? But maybe the better question, CD, what do you think are the pitfalls of being a first-time head coach in this game?
Well, you know it's something that he thought about, Brandon. He had to, and he was thinking about it long before he got to this stage. As the season progressed and he saw that his team was good, if he was smart, he started to make plans right then and there. Reach out to other coaches who've been there before. Find out how they handle winning, losing, handling all the ticket situations, travel, practice, all those things. And then trust your gut, make your best decision, and put it all out there and give your team their best chance to win.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early,
because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Second down, and it's Kamara again. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Throwing is Hurts. Complete. Smith has it. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot. Well, that's not just his first, not his second, already his 3rd completion here on the opening drive. And I think it's safe to say that getting him the ball in this game, one of their top priorities.
And a top priority for the defense has got to be finding ways to cover him. And I don't think you can have one basic coverage to get it done. You have to throw a number of coverages at him, make him think as he's running downfield, and hope you can create a little bit of havoc.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop him here on 3rd down. Here's Kamara trying to run for him. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
That's a great run right there on 1st down. Didn't quite get into the end zone, but now you've set yourself up for at least 2, maybe 3 more shots from close range.
On the sneak, it's Hurts. And I don't think he got in. The big bodies up front held him at the 1. A big one here early in the Super Bowl. It's 3rd and goal. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. Yeah, boy, a good surge defensively. It'll depend on the mark, but I'm not sure he got there. Only a yard there, so it brings up 4th and goal.
Normally when you see a short gain in the middle of a 3-4 defense, go ahead and pat the nose tackle on the back because he's holding things up and taking out extra blockers, which allows one of the inside linebackers to roam free and make the tackle.
And Goddard's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. A great play there. There to make the grab. And the Eagles are on the board first here in this Super Bowl. Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Brandon Wilson now from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Bengals drive about to get going. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. He's going to look deep down the field. He's got a man complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That one good for 37 yards.
Well, after the standard 2-week layoff, you always wonder how's your offense going to respond and come out and play here in the Super Bowl. Well, they got a great answer right there and almost a sigh of relief on that side of the field because now they've got to feel like they can use their entire playbook and game plan for this one.
Boy, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on second down and 11. Burrow will throw. He'll drop this one down to Mixon. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
It's a gain of 7. Mixon, 3rd and 4.
Come on, ready? In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Now it's Burrow. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 46. A 10th carry for Kamara. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. Play 3 of the drive not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 first down gains. Play action. Here's Hurts. Open man is Goddard, the tight end. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Hurts sets up to throw it. Looking long for Thomas. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but he falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. On 4th down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. Here we go. The Bengals drive about to get going. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. Back to Mixon on 1st down. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, And then the big finish with the tackle.
On 2nd and 9, Burrow. This is caught. Touchdown, Bengals.
Jamar Chase,
28 yards.
and the Bengals have moved out in front. Evan McPherson now for the PAT.
And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted.
He rifles one that's intercepted.
Daxton Hill picks it off, and the Bengals are going to take possession of the football.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon.
And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6.
Hey, it's not the most spectacular play, but I think most teams will take that every single time for the first play of a drive. Begin the series with positive yardage and set yourself up for a very manageable 2nd down.
Right. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
11 mighty.
Now Burrow. That's the tight end, Hurst with it.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
2 minutes on the clock in the 2nd quarter of this Super Bowl.
Here we go. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
12, 11, empty.
Burrow looking to pass. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
He will push his way down to about the 14. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
11 common. 11 empty.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
11.
On 3rd down, Burrow. Throw left side complete. That's Boyd. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short.
If this were baseball, we'd call this small ball. Instead of pushing it downfield, they throw a short pass trying to pick up the 1st down, but the defense rallies to the football and stops him short, bringing up a 4th down.
4th down. Here's Joe Burrow rolling to his right.
That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Jamar Chase.
His 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl.
And the Bengals' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
offense set to begin their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number one. So that play much needed there as they're all the way up near the 40 for a 1st and 10. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Hurts. And that is incomplete.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
Hurts. He's going deep for Brown. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. And the Bengals are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. So a nice play defensively by the rookie coming up with the INT.
And that's a late-round pick right there, making a first-round impact. And a lot of these day 3 corners they end up winding up on special teams and sub-packages and even on the practice squad. But he's really made an impact on this defense, and he comes up with the interception there.
And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. It was Josh Sweat who got him down on the defensive side. So we've come upon halftime in the big one, the Super Bowl. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. Scott on the return out of the end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And right now, their chances of hoisting that Lombardi trophy not looking too great, but perhaps that long halftime, maybe it did them a world of good.
But if there's ever a chance to regroup, it's in this game, right? Because you do have that long halftime, a chance to really assess things and maybe make some changes and true adjustments. They played great all year long. That was the worst first half of the season for them. They're able to put them behind them and come out punching here in the second half.
12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down.
Called that look from you there. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
That is hauled in by Michael Thomas. 23 yards the pickup there. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 47. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. 44 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Kamara gets it again on second down. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down.
What will look like a march to the end zone is in a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Well, this is Smith with a grab. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A first down there and a pick up the 25. Back to the ground. It's Kamara. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Now on 2nd and 13, Hurts. Trying to improvise. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
On 3rd down, here's Kamara. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. He loses 4, and it brings up 4. Jake Elliott readies for the field goal try. He was originally drafted by the Bengals. The kick by Elliott is good. And they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10.
So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. Let's get the ball back for us.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
11 Thomas.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, we hit right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
The slot man in motion right.
11 MT, 11 MT. 11.
From the 44, Burrow. That is taken in by Hurst. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 30. The good pickup there, 26 yards.
For many teams, the evaluation of tight ends has really changed. We used to wonder about how they would block first and foremost. Now we want to know how these guys can run, because we envision them in offenses catch the ball. How much yardage can they gain after that?
And that on display there for a good pickup.
11.
And they bring the big tight end across the formation left.
11.
First down. Here's Burrow.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Darius Slay with a pick.
And the Eagles force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. So this offense moving the ball well, trying to open up a 2-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. But now potentially a play that could have big ramifications.
Yeah, you've driven the ball down the field. Things are looking up, but it takes just one bad decision to throw things off the rails.
Defensively, Sam Hubbard, the former Buckeye, there to stop him.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going going to bring up 3rd and 2.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
He's got Smith here. And he is going to have an Eagles first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
From the gun, it's Hurts.
And it's complete right back in the hands of Smith. They'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
Hurts finding Goddard there. First down, Philadelphia.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Now this throw caught left side.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
51 yards rushing for him now on 17 carries.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. They'll drop the throw. Gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
Michael Thomas. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 35-yard line.
From the 35 on 2nd down.
Hurts.
And now this one may draw a penalty. He just blindly threw that one to the sideline. And, yep, indeed, the flag is out. So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose it down on the grounding call. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Nice call on defense, rolling out the nickel package for that big 3rd down play, and they did an excellent job locking down coverage and forcing him to try and run for it, and he doesn't get there, which brings up a big 4th down call.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Let's go now. Back to 60. Cut machine. Cut machine. Let's go.
They're going on 4th down with Hurts. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36.
Jordan Davis, just a monster on that play, stopping it from going anywhere.
Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down.
And a lot of talent on this Eagle defense, and you've seen it on these last 2 plays, both losses. This would be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
On third down, Mixon. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a fourth down. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. That'll leave him with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to make it a 2-score game. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10. So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And we're at the time in this Super Bowl where, look, they need points. And they need them badly. Trailing here in the 4th quarter as they begin this drive 1st and 10. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Hurts to throw. That is caught. It's the tight end Goddard. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
And the Eagles first down.
So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. They'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
Brings up 2nd and a yard. At the 45.
This will be caught once again by Brown. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. Throwing is Hurts. He finds his tight end Goddard. That's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Whether it's a touchdown or a field goal, whatever it is, they need to score quickly here on 1st down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Finding Alvin Kamara for the completion. And the Eagles are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. Trying to pound it in, Kamara. And he takes this one into the end zone. And all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Elliott on for the extra point. It's up and good, and the lead's now down to 3 at 20-17. So with just under 40 seconds to go, you figure this is going to need to bounce their way if they have any shot. And this is going to be recovered by the Bengals hands team. And they're going to hang on and win this game. Now, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Here we go.
Bengal Nation rejoice. Cincinnati has given you the Super Bowl title. And their remarkable season ends in the most remarkable of ways. They get to put next to their name, Super Bowl champion.
And they can't ever take that away, can they?
Nope.
That lasts forever. So good to see the emotion when it's all said and done. You see the hugs, you see the guys sharing, the collective happiness. Makes me want to carry you around a little bit on my shoulders to celebrate the triumph. And congratulations to them, a fantastic season.